This is fucking kidding me. I mean, how can it fucking do this? Oh, there we are. Oh, the fucking subscriber thing comes through that. Chat. Andy, can you hear me, mate? Still can't get that fucking subscriber thing bottom right. I thought I got rid of it just then. Rubbish. It's a rubbish trigger. Not what you expect. Let me set this horrible thing off. You up you get. So, hey, so he sits a little bit weird. I've sort of trained him to sit one side and he hates it. He doesn't always do it, to be fair. Hey chicks, want to show us your wounds? So, let me get it sorted and I'll give you some bacon then. Oh, I can't work it out here, mate. Let me have a look. There we go. So, even though that looks red and raw, he doesn't really flinch off it. And you can see how it's scabbing up and it's shrinking. That's what we're talking about there, the shrinkage. Which is really good. So, to say we're happy. You happy? He's shaking a bit, but he's happy. Hey? So, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be going though. Transport, no disrespect, money. I've just paid out like £1,300 for him. I lent some of that money, like. So I can't be seen to be gallivanting and spending £100 away on stuff. So he's like a lift. He's like a lift, or I'm not going. My taps. I've got to say it, this is crap. This is not what we normally expect. We need that sort of microwaved egg that we really do like. Isn't it? Eh? You like that as well, I do, so to be fair. I knew I should have turned around and walked out. I knew it. Guess what I am again? I'm doing it for the Straddy boys. This is for the Straddy crowd, alright? Wait there. Switch that screen. There we go. For the Straddy boys. For the jacks amongst us. My phone won't switch camera anymore. Do you see how stupid this thing is now? It won't even switch camera. It's trying to switch, yeah? But it's not switching. What the? Honestly, I don't know what's going on with Streamlabs these days. I can't control it, can't do nothing to it. Flip. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, I flip back. So, it does it upright. I don't know what's going on. You run in the car earlier on, you didn't even have a wee. Did you? Just run in the car. You're supposed to have a wee first, at least. Andy, don't bother, mate. What are you going to expect different? Okay, first thing you want to Google is Wales is a sanctuary country. We take anyone. Anyone. Even like Rwandans that are up for war crimes, and then their offspring do want to commit one of the biggest beastly murders ever. But, you know, it's a strength. Hey, Trigger? Yeah? It is our strength. But I'd stay over the border if I was you, unless you go completely out the way. Oh my God. Tap. Just read that. Oh, fucking hell. 1500. Oh God. It's got my bacon bap today. Shit. Yeah, that's not good, mate. Fucking hell. I mean, where are they getting that figure from in the first place? The part can't be that much, surely. It's the part's got to be 20 years old. The fuel pump, what, 200 quid, 100 quid? Hey, beautiful. Let's be fair, I don't like this. I think it's shit, so you can have it because you're my favourite. And I'm not giving it to you because this tastes shit today. Oh, I love you anyway. Hey? Do you let any of it touch the sides, is the question. They're all gone. All gone then. Oh, it's bread. Come on, bread. Seagulls will have that in about fucking 10 seconds. Come on, beautiful. Come here. Come on here. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so did I, Lise. I can change the overlay while we're live. Doesn't seem to do anything. Let me try it. Could kill the stream. Let's see what happens now. So yeah, they've got default mouse. They've got one ear code, which I think is the one I had. So let's see if I can do that. See, that goes black. So it's not that. And then I got one called blank, which is I think also black, which it is. Fucking hell. Hope. I titled one Hope. Yep, still black. It's just, I've got 3 screens that are black here. So the only one that will work so far, I'll put down as a new. Let's go for new. Titled new. Yeah, nothing. So the only one I can use to bring is stuff with stuff on the screen. I'm muted for some reason. Am I not muted now? That's funny. That screen was muted. So flip the script. Okay, yeah, we've still got that thing at the bottom right. It's a total fucking joke, to be honest with you. My opinion at the moment would be just to throw the app away. I uninstalled the app and then reinstalled the app, and I've still got that thing on the bottom right. I mean, you, Rosie. Basically, I've got 7 overlays to pick there, and all the ones I've put together are black, and the only ones that are available have these overlays. So I can't get rid of it. How can you uninstall the app and then reinstall it and it still comes up that bottom right? I mean, in every electrical item I know, or anything like that, electrical wise, you just reset it, it'll just go back to default settings. Not with this fucker. Hey, chicks? Did a good one the other day. Recommend anyone do it. I went to my usual Greg's and it was shut, like abandoned shut. So I rung up Greg's. I said, "Oh, what's going on with the one?" And they said, "Oh, they're having a refurb." After a bit of an investigation, they said, "I'll tell you what, we'll give you a £10 voucher." So they texted me a code. To be honest, it was totally painless. It's like a phone number, and they just give me a £10 voucher. Basically, I think you're guaranteed a £10 voucher just for ringing up. I went to a Greg's the other day. They had no corned beef, they had no steak at 1 o'clock, and no chicken. It was like 1 minute past 3. I said, "Oh, you prepped up for lunchtime rush, didn't you?" And they just looked at me. I thought, what a fucking bunch of pricks you are, idiots. Oh, it's like an 8-minute wait for them, and you're thinking, how stupid are you? Right, here we go. So we've got the StreamYards chat, then we got the subscriber thing, bottom left, bottom right. I've tried all the formats now, so there's no point in me trying anymore. Unless I delete all formats. Maybe I'll do that. That way, you'll have to force one in. I don't know, a bit of guts on it now, to be fair. Oh yeah, gosh. I mean, is the fuel pump easy to get hold of? Easy to see and change? Because, you know, it's a big old engine, hopefully it could be easy to get to. And if it's easy to get to, like an half hour, 3/4 an hour fix, maybe if they are expensive, a second-hand one. I mean, it all depends how hard it is to get to it, innit, and get it off. Yeah, maybe I'll just delete them all. It can't bring anything up then, can it? Yeah, to be honest, sure, unless I get a lift, I won't be going, because between everything and the operation is working up to around about £1,500 now. It's over 1,300. I haven't bothered looking for a while, because what do you say about it? Not a lot. So it's quite good. He's run out of post appointments now, but they've left 2 stitches in his leg. They've got to get them out. It's like the fishing line one, you know. It's not the dissolvable one. So I don't think it's dissolvable. It looks like a plastic line to me. So they've left that in his leg. So I'm going to take that back on Monday and say to him, you need to get that out your leg. The leg. It's a foreign body at the end of the day. And at the same time, have a look at it. Give me, because I don't want him. It all looks fine. He's close to licking it there now. That's the whole point. You got your collar on it, so you don't lick it. No, okay, with your collar on. I'm not risking it. I'm not risking it. We've gone so far. I'm not going to risk him licking it and making it affected again. Hey. To be fair, he's been really good. Haven't you? You haven't really licked it. I think I've caught you once. That's because I took the collar off you and you were just like licking it better. You really weren't going hard on it, were you? I only reckon you done it like a couple of seconds previous. Yeah, you never see anything. Yeah, okay. You never see anything from Dover. The only way you're going to see stuff from Dover now is to go to Chris Johnson on Facebook. He's your OG. So everything you see with a long angled lens in Dover comes from Chris Johnson. Even on mainstream media, they just buy it straight off him. Chris Johnson on Facebook. He always has like a big huge CJ across the page on his Facebook page, so no one can use it. And if you can't find him, go to Active Patriot on Twitter, and obviously Active and Chris go back many years, and he allows obviously him to use it, but with the watermark on top, obviously. Doesn't really affect the footage. Obviously it affects Legacy Media stealing it, because they can't. I don't know who that is actually, Andy. It does help now. I can, but hopefully I just delete all the formats, every single format, and then go live again and see what happens. You know. It would have to do a blank one just as a matter of course, surely, wouldn't it? Yeah, I know. I can't delete them all in front of you on a live, can I? Yeah, and it's in it. Taps, yeah. I just said, well, you know, is it, how long is this shut for? And they were like, oh, not 100%, but here's a tenner voucher. So I think it's a default thing. Basically, they give a tenner to everyone. Yeah, if you want to, chaps, only need the number. If you don't use it, there's like a 6-digit number there. I'm joking. I recommend everyone have a go on that. Hey, beautiful. It's proper shitty in Cardiff today. Ta-da. So it froze. So now I'm trying to flip the camera, it freezes. Yeah, it's let's flip it again. It just freezes. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on, I really don't. Hey Jigs, do you know what's going on? Yeah, honestly, the last week has been a breeze, considering what has been for the first couple of weeks. I'll 100% tell you now, after the operation on the 30th, between the 30th and the 31st, between tea time of each, because I picked him up on tea time on the 30th, and for 24 hours solid, he cried, he whimpered and cried, and I couldn't stop it. It was totally traumatizing for me, and there was nothing wrong with me. I didn't have half my leg missing, or didn't wake up with half my leg missing. He did, and you know, after a couple of days, he was. I know for a fact if I had something like that taken from my leg, like a ping pong ball sort of width from my leg, I'd have been in bits for weeks, days. But he's asleep now, look at him. No comment. Yeah, sorry to hear about that, North. Dave Smith, my dog is pretty much high IQ. My first dog was a collie. Yeah, granted, high IQ, but they don't generally like other dogs. And you've got to walk them about 6-8 miles a day, otherwise it's not good for them. Fucking hell. The thing is, Matt, as well, and you'll find this, is if you get insurance, for example, they'll give you £2.5 grand a leg. Right? Sounds great. But your vet will basically put every operation around about 2,450 quid. Just under the limit. Doesn't really matter the operation. What matters is what's it covered for, what can we fucking charge him. But I had neither, to be honest with you. I didn't give him £40 a month for them to argue to me in 3 years time when I needed the service. To be honest with you, I just put money in the bank. My dog had his own savings account, so it got to about 4.5 grand, and I spent a bit on him and the rest on me. And of course, everything I put into the account, I got out. That's crazy, the money. It's just a fucking total rip. Oh yeah, there's Chris Johnson. Sapper's just brought it up in the chat. He doesn't do much commentary to it. He's, you know, it's silent. He's just there now, you know, he's local lad. And trust me, that boy Chris don't miss a trick. He's got contacts in Border Force. He's got contacts in Dover Police. He's got contacts across the pond in France. I know this 100%. He's got contacts. He's got contacts across the pond on the French side of the authorities as well. Because back in 2020, when we were down there, you know, the mob of us, well, 4 or 5 of us on the first lockdowns, on the July lockdown, I think it was the second lockdowns. They're trying to get us for all sorts of stuff. They're trying to get us for everything. Funny thing is, I come back to Cardiff, well, actually, when I got accosted in the Cardiff park for walking my dog, that was April the 8th. So that was in the first lockdown. April the 5th. So they'd already been arrested for walking my dog. Biggest crime in the world, isn't it? Well, you were walking a dog in a park. Well, can't be over that. So by the time Dover come across, which was about July of the same year, I was like, game on. Game on. They never even brought a case to court. They took me to court and then dropped the case 9 days before the date. They didn't tell me. Tells you everything, doesn't it? Yeah, Trigger has been on more demos than most in chat. Cardiff. Yeah, that's good news, Raggy. She's come across. Yeah, Andy, that's basically how I look at it as well. Let's put some heat on, shall we? Exactly. Yeah. So on Monday I have a bit of an idea, but I think I'm going to be self-medicating, Trigger, as well, so it doesn't seem to be if as crazy as it sounds, if you put in ivermectin, dogs, cancer, you'll get multiple videos coming up. So I've been a second opinion with the vets, obviously, and you might be on like 1.5 milligrams, 2 milligrams a day. Yeah, what's crazy about that is I got accosted twice walking my dog in the park. So the first one was crazy though. Yeah, that's the one in April. It's just crazy. It's still crazy because I found out she won an award for talking someone off a NCP car park in Cardiff. And I've been funny, I would have fucking jumped. If you go back to that video and listen to that voice screeching at you non-stop. Oh, honest God. Can you imagine waking up to that in the morning and that starting to have a go at you as well? I know to some people this may sound a bit crazy, but Honest to God, everything about it made me want to jump. I'd have fucking jumped in 10 seconds if she turned up and started going. And then she was making up legislation, soccer rules. I still don't know what soccer rules are. I mean, the worst thing I worked out is soccer rules means it's a rule, not a law. I still don't know what soccer is, and she said it. She goes, according to the soccer rules, you've got to give your details. And I was like, what about? Let me just get my dog on the lead. As soon as I got my dog on the lead, sort of game on. Get control of the situation. I mean, to be honest with you, Reggie, it's nice to catch up with you lot, boy. You know, everyone, you know, all my supporters as such. But I know that trigger means a lot to you all as well. That silly collar thing. And so more than anything else, is to let everyone know that he's doing well. Yes, you could have, Lisa. Yeah, it could be. Because I remember what she said. She goes, according to the soccer rules, you've got to give me your details. And I was like, what are you on about? You haven't got a fucking clue. And I've looked it up. Like I said, it's nothing that I can think of. And I think she thought that it's not a bad thing to do. It's just make up something. And she called it rules instead of law, but like big difference. But put it that way, it went on my account, had 4,000 views, and then 8 months later, Sam, English, subject access, said, oh, I've seen that video of yours the other day, do you mind if I rip it? And I was like, yeah, no problem, just credit me. And on his account, it had 340,000 views. It's still his most popular video. Hey, beautiful. Come here then. Come on then. Over you go. Over you go. There we go. For people who mostly haven't seen, because it's not gory now. There we go. It's very weird, the camera. Where's my camera? It's there. There you go, chat. So, as you can see, it's shrunk. Definitely shrunk. Even though it looks quite aggy in a way, it's not, it really isn't. And even the red is not really blood anymore, not a really exposed blood, in the sense that if he leans on it, it leaves a big blood patch, which it's been doing for, you know, up until about 4 days ago, 5 days ago. And it's sort of still does leave a blood patch, but really it's reduced by at least 90%. So it's good stuff. Look at your colour. Look at your colour. Eh? Yeah, it does look sore to us, Raggy, but honestly, I can touch it. He doesn't really flinch. Yeah, I'd be jumping up the sky, I would. I'd be jumping. You know, it's raw meat. But I'll put my hand there again, it doesn't really do a lot. I was going to drive to the captain's wife in Sully, but I thought, what am I going to see? I'm literally going to... it is most probably our favourite spot. That's where you're going, isn't it? Sully Island. I'll leave you to rest in Sully Island. Oh, you kipping, are you? You kipping? It's basically raining all day today, I think. It's funny, all the plasticine crowd getting taken out by the police at the moment, and I'm saying to myself, they've been doing that during lockdown. They've been doing that with us, generally anyway, but we'll just say lockdown because yeah, they were just picking off people with lockdown all the time. The difference is they've been allowed to get away with it for 18 fucking months, and whatever months it is 16 months or whatever, they've been allowed to get away with it, basically taking the fucking piss. And now all of a sudden, I mean, I don't even know the details exactly of what happened, but from as I hear it, there was it Whitehall that was basically, you can't protest there on that day at that time. Well, however sort of restricted that may be, we've got to deal with it, and they wouldn't let us get away with it. And they never fucking have. I mean, this is why it's so shocked for the plasticine crowd, because let's be honest about it, you know, they could have done fucking anything really, within reason. And there'd be no repercussions. So all of a sudden, the Met Police have sort of done what they should be doing as such. And it doesn't sounds like it's not, but you know, when it's treated fairly, if it's a wrong rule but it's treated fairly, then it's treated fairly, or legislation. But if you keep on letting people get away with the shit for fucking 16 months, they're gonna be shocked, pissed, and surprised when you actually use your legislation in place accordingly. Yeah, you're right. I could have caused carnage during lockdown. I could have really caused carnage. I thought about it. But because of Trigger and other stuff, or basically Trigger, I was going to travel all around the country, go to all the shopping centres, small ones, big ones, wouldn't really matter. So record the interactions. Don't release the footage for about 2 months. You know, like DJ and DJE do. They go to a place and they'll do, in an industrial state, they can do like fucking 5-10 units in a day, can't they? But I would end up doing a couple a day, backlog them, and then release them later on. I have a big backlog brought in, so you just got day after day after day after day. And I would have guaranteed during Kung Flu, thinking, oh, why would you do that, Welshie? Well, I guarantee you one thing, they'll be nicking me, right? They'll be assaulting me, okay? And they'll be getting sued. That's what would be happening. Because it was so off the scales back during Kung Flu and all that, right? Let's be honest about it. Security didn't get away with anything. law didn't mean anything, especially for people like security and stuff, because they thought they'd get their backing off the police, which they did. And the police didn't give up, because they knew we were rocking the boat. They didn't care what happened to us, but the guarantee thing would happen. You know, the old glasses on, or even an audio pickup would have been good enough. They would, lots of security would have acted unlawfully. They'd have put their hands on straight away and all sorts of stupid shit. You could have had a field day on it, an absolute field day. And remember, like some of the hotels, you know, they have the adventurers from Albania and stuff, non-violent, non-war-torn countries, and they get the adventurers in there. You know, the worst thing about like Yorkshire Rose and the way they do the business is that when they go live, they allow them then to know and to contact all the other hotels in that vicinity that the big bad photographers are there to, you know, taking photographs of and video, and they get warned off, if you notice, when they go to other places during that day. The security are already aware of the scenario. They know how to approach it, so they basically, it's the usual saying, just get off the land and there's nothing we can do, generally. So when they've already been pre-warned about this, they sort of know how to deal with it. This is why I say about not showing your hand, by actually showing the content you're making. Especially like these shopping centres, a bit like the hotels, where they're like, you know, they're big organisations that have 20 shopping centres in the UK. They'll just email 20 shopping centres, put your mug shot around there, explain the scenario, and they'll be more equipped to deal with an awkward situation like that. Whereas if you hold the footage back, blitz the company, so the company gets taken out from multiple angles, in the sense of, you go to a company for, like, say, Crown shopping centres, and over a 2-week period you do like 80% of them. Before they know it, they could have like 2 or 3 cases from HNK, where if you'd have just done the one and then HNK'd it and then done all that business, they could have emailed the rest of their locations and informed everyone. So yeah, I never did it. I'd have allowed myself to be a punch bag at that point. Oh, my beautiful boy. So we see you in the oh, you look beautiful there, don't you? So look here. Ah, oh, the start of the show. You sort of see, now his baddie is being laid on my jeans. So just to show you, he doesn't seem to care. Right there, look. Just about see it, can you? So you can see he's left a little bit on there, but not one of the cleanest things he could have lied on, eh? Let's get you over here then. We can't have you over here then. Up here, up. Go on then, over there. Right. Other side. Somebody gets confused. Others, up. No. Right, sit down there. Good boy. I don't know what he thinks sometimes. So I'm pretty like firm with him sometimes. Well, I don't like being firm with him when there's no need to. He sort of just puts up with it in a way. What's that mean, Zoo? Alright then, well, we're 45 minutes and... Hey Lips, you're a bit late, pal. It's not much. Trigger's doing well. Wound has shrunk since last week. You'll see it. Trigger just wants to run around. Huh? 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 I'm going to stick you on a diet. That's what I've got to do. Put you on a diet. So, yeah, it's all good. Viva. Yeah, so it's reduced at least by at least a third. Yeah, it's a third. It's reduced. It's sort of shrinking. So I'm ecstatic, really. He doesn't seem to care anymore. Yeah. So we'll see what the future holds. But oh yes, so is that the one he released yesterday, Tabs? Because I know there's one coming. Because yeah, I seen one yesterday where they were in a farmhouse, sort of next to the motorway, and I seen it on a different channel, and Bannerman was there. He's sort of funny, but he does irritate me sometimes, and not in a nasty way. You know how go dry and how weird Bannerman can be, like when he talks to security and police. He was doing his classics, which was funny, but there's a point where I couldn't talk to these. Basically, all the security behind this farmhouse, which they fenced off, literally, they spent most year, I don't know how much grand on fences to fence the house off. They're all foreigners. Can you imagine me going to Poland or Lithuania, right? Going there, doing a fucking 2-week course, then repossessing houses or being part of a repossession of a house, and then sitting outside the house or sitting inside the house and guarding it for 6, 10, 12 weeks with barriers and police on speed down and everything else. Thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna visit a country that I plan maybe to live the rest of my life, and I'm gonna fuck the people over straight away by doing the job which a lot of them wouldn't have done. And to be honest to you, you just can't fucking make this shit up. It's mostly best that I never went to one of these jobs. And they had I seen the one footage, like 3 on a flat roof and stuff. As far as I'm concerned, civil disobedience plus sounds about right to me. You make of that the way you want to make of it. Yeah, I've seen a notepad out, so that means he got him to use legislation against him again. When there's a notepad out, and AB's the definitely the top of the tree when it comes to avoiding to answer a question in such a way that it really is the way he answers question is very frustrating for the questioner, very frustrating. And there's a couple of them are good at it, and they all, a lot of them try the same sort of rope and soap sort of thing trick, or the carrot and the donkey, but no one really can pull off the non-answering of questions like AB does. mean, there's different styles apart from that, but the style of not answering a question, I don't think anyone can beat AB for not answering a question directly. But I was speaking to Yaki Da yesterday. I mean, sure, a couple of you know about Yaki Da. He was telling me about some of his interactions, and they were saying that the security guard like threw him out once, with literally hands on and everything. Threw him out of the court building or the council building, and I basically said that I think one of the reasons why, yeah, pure audit. You're right. He does a lot of that bullshit. Not answering. What was that about then? And as I can say, it's the way of not answering a question as well. I mean, he just throws a big carrot in the air and looks through every car in the car park. That's basically it. It's not hard. What's hard is to reel them in from there. Well, it's not really hard to reel them in from there, but he's very good at reeling them in. Very good. Reggie sort of does the same sort of thing, but not to the same extent. I do like Reggie and his, but I find Reggie cringe sometimes. Not so much in a super bad way at all. Just find it like really cringeable to watch sometimes. And I do that. I find that with Yaki as well. I spoke to Yaki and said that to Yaki. He said, I do too. He said, I can't watch it sometimes, my own video. And I'm like, yeah. But their styles are really good. I quite like, you know, different people's styles. But what AB and Reggie's got to stop doing, both of them, stop doing accents. It's fucking super cringe. You never put it off long enough. You know, give it fucking 30 seconds. Someone asks you a different question. You know, you speak back to your fucking Oxfordish English. It's just a pointless exercise, and it exposes that you're not Asgardian or whoever you're going to try and be today. Because you can't pull it off long enough. Okay, so I haven't heard from him recently. This is for On the Spectrum asking questions. Christ, what's it called? On the Spectrum asking questions. What's this channel called? Fucking hell. Jimbabwe. He's settling down. Got his boy now. I think he's about 10, 7, 8, 10, something like that. Settling down. Can't really go into, I don't think you'd want me to go into too much detail, but he's working hard, and he's a bit of a geezer in a nice way, you know, a character, a bit of a geezer and all that. He's selling, you know, he's a seller, he sells stuff, and I think he's doing okay. I haven't spoken to him for a while. But sadly, for all of us, not sadly for all of us, but I think he's doing pretty good for himself. So good for him. He's got a little family there, you know. I do, mate. I haven't spoken to him for a while, maybe 6-9 months now, but you know, I always say people are asking for you and all that. So one of the OGs technically out of our crowd, and one of the best. There's a chap called Bo Little. from America. He does sort of similar sort of content to, remember Jim done the old put your name down to house a refugee. This Bo Little does a bit like this, but I don't really know why. I've got my suspicions, but don't think Jim really wanted to be super famous or anything. I think he knew he had the ability to cause some viral clips going on, and I think that one went super sort of viral on him, and I don't think he really wanted it to get, like, because I think he could have, you know, broken the 100,000 mark. You know, I mean, he could have asked students or leftists outside student halls and universities. He could get away with asking most things, and the reaction would have been hilarious with him. So sadly, you know, I don't blame him. He's looking after his family. Tracy's not going to do well now. Not that I know of. Well, he was capable of being one of the best. Oh yeah, we were talking about as well, who got struck the other day. Well, like Yaki. To be fair with you, in certain scenarios, someone hits me, I'm gonna hit them back. Yeah. If someone hits me violently and I haven't hit them back within 3/4 of a second, I'm not going to hit them. But within 3/4 seconds, I will make an attempt to self-defense. Because like Yaki and like many other people that get assaulted, it's basically take the assault, we ain't going to do anything about it, and leave. If you defend yourself, then odds on you're going to get named, arrested, and then suspected to be charged for a crime regardless. But to be honest with you, no one's going to lay fucking hands on me violently and basically get away with it. So it's mushing not the best thing for me to do. Well within your rights to defend yourself. Doesn't matter who's touching you. Yeah, I'll try and speak to him soon actually. And I say hello to the boys who've been asking for you. I think he's just prioritising certain things now, and right at the top of that tree is his little family. And could anyone really argue with that? I can't. You know, this is the most important thing, and it should be his most important thing. Nothing else really matters at the moment. So, yeah, sadly, good luck to him. That's not the right word again, but you get my drift. Okie dokie. Yeah. Would you house a refugee? Oh, if I had the room, I would. Oh, yeah, but who's got the room then? If you haven't got the room, who's got the room? Oh. But if we really talk about shocking but very good, footage from last year, yeah, you could talk about the riots. You could say Weak Mike was at Southport and bottled it, which he fucking did. Could have backed off towards the police and just got himself in a better, so he just fucking pressed stop. It's not what you do when you've got 25,000 people on a live. The best footage last year, I believe, was Sir Rog and that Ricky guy, the councillor, who said you want to be doing, yeah, that's the best footage, because he's on remand now. And it was Sir Roger's footage. There was other people filming the event, but Sir Roger's footage went around the world. You know, even though people had the riots and all that, which I just think the most damaging footage for the establishment was that. And maybe the Ely riots in Cardiff were a big thing, but that got him arrested. That has got him remanded for maybe 4 months now. So oh, it's the degenerates in. The degenerates in. Yeah, maybe you want to Google ivermectin, cancer in dogs and see what comes up, Henry. You might be pleasantly surprised. Or maybe not. But be careful how you mention my dog in your comments. You can talk to me, and you can talk shit about me. I'd highly recommend you don't talk shit about my dog. Highly recommend. I won't be there with an egg. I won't be there with my 40-mile-an-hour scooter ready to scoot off. I'll be ready. I'll be there taking you into next week. So think about it. Not to be fucked with. Huh? Beautiful. Ah, you good? You good? Yeah. Right. I'm out of here. Are we out of here, chicks? Huh? Look how handsome he looks. Ears are up. And hey, looking smart and intelligent. Dog's doing A-OK, mate. Big improvements. Right, I'm out of here. Take care, everyone. Chigga. Oi! Oi! Don't forget, question everything. Ta-da.